Hello and welcome to another amazing edition of the Central Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Jason Phillips. If you thought last week's show was great, wait till you see what we got in store for you today. You want baseball? We've got baseball. If you want track and field, we got that too. Superstars in the making, you can always count on CVSR for that. But first, let's kick it into gear with the rewind. If it's April, that means it's baseball season. If you didn't get out last week, no need to sweat it. CVSR was here, there, and everywhere. We've got highlights and interviews from a few of the biggest tournaments this past week. The 30th annual Fowler West Coast Growers Classic final between Dinuba and Dos Palos doesn't have the glitz and hype of a track meeting, but it had one special performance that had everyone talking. Dinuba won the game 6-5 for their first Fowler Classic in school history, but it was Dos Palos' Efren Del Rio, a 6'5", 265-pound junior, that stole the show. Del Rio struck out 16 batters, breaking Manuel Mendez's record of 15 set way back in 1991. Del Rio also jacked a 3-run home run in the bottom of the sixth to pull the Broncos within one. All of this en route to winning tournament MVP for one heck of a weekend.
It's been a great weekend for the whole team. We played good competition. We went 3-0, played a championship game, played a hell of a championship game.
But you've got to tip your cap to Dinuba's Andrew Garcia and Noah Kazarian and their outstanding efforts that brought home the W for the Emperors.
I'm one of the youngest on the team, but I'm trying to prove myself. I think I'm doing pretty good, but I need to work harder. It's like I'm never satisfied with myself.
That's a great mentality, great way to look at it. Good job, Noah, tonight. Coach Morelli, bring you in here. Coach, what made Noah the right choice for those final two innings?
He's been doing it all season. He's kind of our door slammer when we need it. When things are hectic, he comes in and has a calming presence about himself. So he's done it time and time again, and did it again tonight. So he's only a sophomore, but he's got ice in his veins.
The more notable tournament that everyone had an eye on is the infamous Easter Classic put on by Fresno High. Clovis and Crater Point, all the way down from Oregon, faced off in the finale, and as become custom with our boys in blue, this game was never in doubt. The Cougars just kept adding to their successful resume. Clovis ace McCarthy Tatum committed to Fresno State, improved to 8-0, and is looking like a force to be reckoned with come playoff time. Crater Point, like the rest of the country, continues to find out just how tough baseball is in the Central Valley. Fresno High coach Ken Pappy and his son Jason Pappy continue to put on a wonderful event year after year.
Well, we're always having our feelers out. We're always working hard to get new teams and get quality teams from outside the area to come into the Central Valley and experience what baseball is like in this area, because it's a gem. Obviously, you saw tonight, these guys can play, and it's a lot of fun. And so we're out there beating the bushes already for next year. I've already got some teams that are very interested in coming in. Oaks Christian, for one, down in Southern California. They were 30-3 last year. They're a very quality program, and so we're out there trying to get new teams every year, and we're looking to get bigger. So 32 this year, we might expand it a little bit, but basically we'll take a couple weeks off and we'll get right back at it and start planning for next year.
Bigger and better for next year. Jason Pappy, thank you. You do a great job with this tournament. Really Jason Pappy, Fresno High. And there's also some special performances this week that we could not let go unnoticed. Clovis North's Jack Lebowski with a 2-hitter against the state's number 3 ranked team, Cathedral Catholic of San Diego. Lebowski had a no-hitter going into the 7th as the Broncos finished with a 10-1 win, and their only win down there in San Diego. And maybe the performance of the year. Central's Colton Eastman made a name for himself by pitching a 3-hitter while striking out 5 and driving in the winning run in a 1-0 victory over Sanger and star stud Luis Ortiz. It was a dream pitcher's duel that Eastman came out victorious and had his perfect game broken up late in the 6th inning. We're just getting started here, folks. When we come back, CVSR's Marisha Dixon caught up with 2 future Olympians in Mikaela Smith of Clovis North and C-Dub's own Lyndsey Lopes at Aerosports Trampoline Park. And yeah, you heard that right, folks. Trampolines are coming up next. And a little later on, we've got footage from our trip to Atwater this past week to check up on an annual event rich in tradition that will warm your heart. We'll be right back.
Intimidating on the mound, but I don't intimidate other students on campus. I'll make a no-look pass on the court, but no mean looks on campus.
I'm rough on the field, but I never rough up another student.
7 out of 10 students each day witness bullying and do nothing about it.
Take a stand.
Stop it.
That's enough. That's enough.
No more threats. No more violence.
Make a change.
Try nice this year.
Be kind on your campus.
Mikaela Smith should be a household name in the Valley. 4-time national champion in the 800 meters, USA track and field and AAU champ, and 2013's reigning 800 state champ. Her Valley Vipers teammate Clovis West heptathlon standout Lyndsey Lopes is a force in her own right. She's dominated the USA track and field in multiple events, including the 100 and 300 high hurdles and high jump. She owns All-American, AAU, and national championship honors. Our own Marisha Dixon caught up with these budding Olympians and best friends.
What's up, everybody? My name is Marisha, and I am so excited to be here at Aerosports Trampoline Park here in Fresno, California. I'm so juiced about the 2 guests that we have today. They are, without a doubt, superstars in the making. I have 4-time national champion Mikaela Smith from Clovis North, and I have also Miss Lyndsey Lopes, the heptathlete from Clovis West. We're going to sit down later with these 2 ladies and find out a little bit more about what gets them going. But right now, I'm going to go have some fun with them. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sure was.
Have you guys been here before?
No, we actually haven't. It's our first time. Yeah.
You guys look like pros out there.
I mean, athletes will.
True, very true. So, tell me about being a female athlete. What is it like?
It's kind of hard because we have a lot of expectations. I feel it's kind of funny because we have a lot of muscles, so it's kind of looks funny when we dress up or something like that. So
well, I always,
it's different.
You always find yourself, you're like trying on something and you're just like,
I look weird.
Oh my gosh, my muscles.
Yeah.
But then you can always find a way to like
enhance it, make it look
still
good.
Make yourself
Make it sexy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's funny that you mentioned that because I grew up with the same exact concerns.
Right.
And I actually did not like to wear shorts. I did not like to wear anything that exposed my muscles, so I completely understand. But you know, it's all about strength and health is what it really is.
Just confidence. Just being confident in yourself. I mean, when I was younger, I think it was more of the whole muscle thing that you're like, oh, my muscles are showing. But now, honestly, like, to have that confidence is good. You can just wear whatever you want. And
yeah, definitely when I was like 7th grade when she first came, I was really, really self-conscious about my muscles because I'm definitely bigger than a lot of other girls like you see out here. Like you think she probably looks huge right now, but I have an 8-pack. Like my arms are huge, my thighs are ginormous, my calves are huge. So it's just like, it's different. It's a different, but now I feel comfortable. Like I know it's, because of my sports, it makes me good at my sport, so there's no reason for me to be. No reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you ever hear or have you ever experienced any of your peers or colleagues, kind of with the same issues, but kind of they can't really deal with it?
I have. I definitely have, but I had to help them and talk them through it. So
just tell people like whenever people are like, oh my gosh, I hate my muscles, I'm like, what are you talking about? You look great. Like
it's all compliments,
like, you should be
or I tell them about myself and stuff, and I went through that. I'm through it now. Like being muscular, healthy is beautiful. It's not just.
How did you transition? How did you get to that point? Like, what made you get to that?
I think just as we got better.
Yeah, I think as we got better at our sport, talking to my dad about it also helped a lot because he was like, "You're muscular because of your sport. You're good at your sport. Don't be embarrassed." So that's what kind of clicked, you know.
All right, so it's spring break, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so what do future Olympians like yourselves do on your holiday breaks?
Practice.
Practice. We have practice. Usually for me, I have school practice, not just travel practice.
Okay.
So we have school and then travel every Wednesday and pretty much every other day.
Okay, so for anybody who's been living under a rock, please tell them what events you
I run the 800, 400, 4x4, and long jump.
So everything.
Yeah, anything you want to put me in, I can do it. I got you.
Okay, cool. And then what about you, Miss Lyndsey?
I'm a heptathlete, and then during school season, I run the 300-meter hurdles and the 100-meter hurdles and high jump. And then in the summer, I do the heptathlon and then also 400-meter hurdles.
Okay, so for those who don't know what the heptathlon is all about, what are the 7 events that you actually do?
The first day you compete in 4 events, which is high jump, shot put, 200 and 100-meter hurdles.
Okay.
And then the second day you compete in the last 3 events, which are javelin, long jump, and the 800.
Woo!
Yeah.
Long days.
Pretty long day.
Yeah.
Okay, so I always was asked the question, oh my God, did you hear your dad screaming for you from the stands? Do you guys hear your parents or your family's friends?
I'm weird. I don't hear anybody that I know. I remember in a specific case where I was at Nationals in Texas, I think it was, and I was running the 800 and someone out of the norm didn't recognize the voice, nothing, screamed my name. I immediately went like this and looked up and I tripped over the railing.
No.
But I mean, I just hear people that I don't know. I don't hear my family or people
for
I
me,
know.
I specifically hear my mom, and she has this high pitch
she really does.
And she's like, "Go, Lyndsey!" And I'm like, I can hear her, and I hear her, and she's like, "Pump your arms!" And I hear my dad. He's like, "Do what you do, Lyndsey."
Do what you do.
He was like, "Do you, do you?"
So, what is your favorite of the races that you have?
My favorite's the 800.
800?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely more tactical.
Okay. And then what about you?
I like the heptathlon, but if I had to pick one out of all of the 7 events, it'd probably be the hurdles.
Okay.
And I like both of them because I compete in the short hurdles and the long hurdles.
Okay, so the 1 and 3, right?
The 1 and 3, and in the summer I compete in 4. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So, you ladies are juniors, correct?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to any schools, college visits coming up? Or?
Most definitely. I'm looking forward to like a whole bunch of college visits. I want to go East Coast, stay over there, kind of North Carolina, Florida, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have like my top 5. So, my top 5, and I'm hoping to visit all of them and like figure out which ones are like definite and everything. So I'm really excited for that.
Okay, very cool. So now I don't know if this is a touchy subject or not, but dating.
I saw that coming.
Are boys allowed? Or is dating the dating thing off limits?
Well, personally, it's not something I'm like really worried about right now.
Okay.
I just feel like I really don't have time. I mean, I don't have time. I don't even have time to like do the whole flirting thing. I don't have time. I'm like, people ask me like, hey, do you want to go to a party? Do you want to hang out? I'm like, sorry, I have practice.
Or it's like they text you, why don't you text me back? I don't have time to text you, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have time.
Yeah. Say that way. Very cool. So outside of class or sports, excuse me, what do you guys do? What do you do for fun?
Pretty.
Well,
we run for fun. It's weird.
Okay, so since we're always with each other, like at practice and everything, we kind of just
bug out,
humor ourselves.
Yeah.
And when you're around us, you just have fun. It's
crazy.
just crazy. We're just all crazy. Like our whole little
clique
is crazy. So
spend a day with us and you'll never want to go back.
Even with like workouts, like we'll be like working really hard and everyone will be really tired, but we're still having so much fun because we're all just like
together,
keeping each other up and like excited and pumped and everything.
Now, every athlete has their role model, that person that they look up to, other athletes that they aspire to be like. Who do you guys look up to? Who's your favorite athlete?
Well, I look up to Lola Jones, not because of her event, but the things that she's done. She's like kept herself like, she's been faithful to herself and God, and while she's been doing everything. So I mean, I look up to that. I don't really look up to any specific runner because nobody's doing like what I've been doing. So I'm kind of setting my own goals, getting up there. So
really cool. So what have you been doing? I know you're 4-time national champion. And aside from that, what else do you look forward to accomplishing?
I want to win state again this year. I won last year as a 208. I'm hoping to win this year as a 205.
Okay.
So getting faster, definitely quicker.
Okay. Any other athletes though that you look up to, or anybody in general? It could be a family member.
Well, I did look up to my grandpa. He passed away on Christmas, but he used to be at every one of my races. If he wasn't there, he was watching it on like a webcam. It was amazing. So like this year, all my races are for him. From now on, everything's for him. So.
I'm sorry to hear that. I actually lost my grandfather on Valentine's Day this year, so yes, I can relate.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, what about you, Miss Lyndsey? Favorite athlete or?
Okay, well, kind of Lola Jones also, because I've met her before, and
we both have.
It's great. She talks about how she keeps her faith in God and how she's able to hold herself, like her beliefs and everything, and I believe in that. And then also Jackie Turner-Kersey, because she's a heptathlete, best heptathlete ever, and I have actually met her.
Okay.
So that was great, and that was really.
What was that like?
It was great. I was just like kind of freaking out. I mean, she's like
We've
amazing.
met a lot of people.
But like as a person, I probably just look up, like my parents really just set a great example for me because they just teach me what I'm supposed to do, and like I know what to do, and I know what to set my goals and everything, how to set my goals and what my goals are, and I know my parents just are always there with me. They're always making sure I'm like ready, and I have the best preparation and everything and all that.
So what are some of your goals?
Well, I want to reach a 5,000 in the heptathlon. I'm at 48. So
congratulations.
Thank you. Hopefully with
That's
like
huge.
fixing all the little things, I can get to 5,000. But I'm really confident about it, and I really think I can do it. And then I hope to hit 14 flat, or 13s would be very nice. And then in the 100 hurdles, and then in high jump, I really want to hit 5'9", like really badly. So I'm trying really hard at that, and I'm just working and just making sure I correct all of my mistakes and get everything.
Now, outside of track, what do you aspire to be? What are some of the goals that you have? We kind of talked about that too, which is cool.
When I go to college, I want to major in journalism and communication because I want to become a sports analyst. It's just something I've always wanted to do, and it's really exciting. And English is my best subject, so.
I want to be a doctor, something, sports trainer. I kind of want to stay in sports, but at the same time, I want to do anything I can do to help people.
Right.
I enjoy helping people, so anything medical-wise, very interesting to me.
Okay. So as far as helping, what types of stuff do you do in the community, or do you do anything in the community?
Community service is huge for athletes like us. It keeps us close to Earth, I guess you want to say. Not get bigger heads, you know. I do stuff with my church. I go out with my dad and stuff and help out with people. I work at my church actually. I have a job there and I work with the children. I'm a teacher. So yeah, it's so much fun. They're so adorable. They're so adorable.
That's cool.
They know about track and everything. They're like, you run with me. And I was like, oh, how adorable. It's great.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for stopping by today. I really enjoyed talking to you and getting to know you.
Thank you.
Any upcoming meets that you guys will be running in we can tune into?
We have league and
Valleys.
League, area, valley, and state coming up.
State coming up real soon.
State's the big thing.
How can we tune in, or where do we go to get
online?
Buchanan, and you also have it online for state.
Okay.
Buchanan, June 6th and 7th.
All right.
I'm so excited.
We'll be there.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not only does texting while driving significantly reduce your reaction time, but you are also 10% more likely to leave your lane. This commercial was 30 seconds. That's all it takes to avoid a senseless tragedy.
In 1957, one man set out to create a small track and field event for local elementary schools. 57 years later, the Atwater All-City Track and Field Meet is thriving and making a difference in the lives of these young, rising stars. It is a bright, sunny, and beautiful day here in Atwater. 57 years ago today, Mr. Bill Pickle started a little tiny track meet in the town of Atwater here, and that is where we come to today for the Atwater Citywide Track Meet. Bill, tell us about your vision and what happened 57 years ago today.
Well, we got together. I wanted to have a track meet for elementary students because there just weren't any around. And so I decided, well, what's a better way than invite our 4 elementary schools from the Atwater School District. And we held it over at Mitchell Senior Elementary, the junior high. We had started out with 4 schools in 1957. And you can see by the crowd, it just mushroomed over the years to quite an event with the cooperation of the city of Atwater. So we had the envision of also helping our students at Mitchell Senior be the judges, to give them some training on handling, judging, building confidence, this type of thing. And it worked out great. For many, many years, I used them as student trainers, as officials. But that was the main thing, is we wanted some lower grade student activity, which we really didn't have. And so this was a better way to do it at the junior high school. Atwater High School wasn't even in existence until 1958. So basically that's how it got started.
Now, yeah, we are at Atwater High School now, where this now resides. Now, you started with 4 elementary schools. How many do we have here today?
I think 8.
8. And as you can see, the large crowds behind us, great place to spend the day with a family. This is a one-day event. What kind of events do you have running here today?
Well, the events today are the sprints, the 50s, the 100s. We have the 200s. He'll be able to tell you more about the events today. Then we'll have the half mile, the mile, and also baseball. We used to call it throw, but they call it the toss now, long jump, these type of activities. And basically, that's what we had when it first started back in 1957. The events were the same.
Do you have any visions for the future? What's coming up in the coming years?
I just hope they're able to continue with the cooperation of Atwater City and also the school district. I hope they'll be able to continue with having this as long as they can.
Well, Mr. Bill Pickle, thank you. You do a great job with this event.
Really enjoy it.
I want to bring on Dan Barton now. Bill started this years back, but Dan, you've kind of been running it lately, and will continue here in the future. What do you enjoy most about this event?
Well, just the kids out here having a great time, and that's what it's all about, is that everyone has fun and enjoys itself in competition.
What's your best memory in the last few years?
Best memory is recently we're going to next year hopefully add the javelin toss, and then we had the coaches out here today throwing the javelin, and it was quite comical. So
yeah, a little plastic javelin you got, pretty neat. What does it take to put on this event? How long do you go through the process?
Well, it used to take a lot longer. Now with computers and everything, speeded it up. It's a lot of planning, but also we have great volunteers, and we have great support staff from the city council, from our city manager Frank Petro to my boss Patrick Ferretta, who's the Parks Public Works director now. But he showed me how to do it, and with all those guys helping and got it back with the school district sharing in everything, it's very helpful.
Well, I'm sure the kids, family, everybody appreciates what you do. Tradition like no other here in Atwater.
So everybody, this is Greg Johnson, GN2 Fit Corner. You guys all know my partner, Felix Gonzalez. We're actually going to go over a dynamic warm-up and the importance of the dynamic warm-up. So the whole concept of the dynamic warm-up is it kind of takes you away from static stretching as an athlete. Though static stretching is a very, very, very good form of stretching, we got to get you competition ready. So pre-competition or pre-practice ready. Depending on whatever sport it is, we're actually going to take you through these dynamic moves. Dynamic meaning we're actually moving while stretching. So we're trying to burn some calories, get the body warm, get the central nervous system working, get the lungs working, and get our body ready to go. So Felix is going to start off. All we're going to do, we're going to start off just nice, smooth seal jack. He's trying to stretch the chest out, get the heart rate up, controlling the breathing as he's going. We'll take this on average around 30 to 40 seconds max. From here, we're going to go shoulder circles, trying to get these shoulders, rotational, all the way through, moving through, still concentrating on the breathing, still moving, getting the heart rate pumping. So once we got this, you break a little bit of a sweat. We're going to go into what's called a knee hug. So your knee hug, we're going to grab the knee, pull all the way through, With that pull, he's stretching out his glutes, working on balance at the same time, as well as stretching the hamstring and getting the biceps nice and warm. Second one we're going to go to is called a heel hug. So the heel hug is grabbing the heel, pulling through. You have a lot of muscles in your butt. So we're going to take those muscles, stretch them out, make sure that the hamstrings are getting loose and the butt at the same time. Still, same time, you can see him. His arms are still pumping. We're still working all the way through. We're going to go from here. We're going to go to a flamingo. So the flamingo, you could actually do standing. We're going to take one arm and raise the arm up as you're doing the flamingo. So he's going to be stretching out his abdomen, stretching out the piriformis all the way through. You got the psoas in the front. All the type of muscles that are in the hip flexors to get those things to fire. So when you're firing and you're going, you need those hips to be blasting off with you. The abs, big time pull. You basketball players, you like dunking. Got to make sure this is all stretched out. Football players, jumping up, catching that ball. This is a big time stretch is going to definitely help you out. Next exercise we're working on is going to be focused on the groin, a little bit of the hamstring, a little bit of the hips. So we got Felix go down, side lunge, he's pushing through. Focus is back in the center, make sure those hips are loose, pushing all the way back through. So groin stretch, you guys are doing a lot of change of direction in any type of sport you're doing. So that change of direction, this is key. Making sure that body's ready, you keep that balance, and we're working all the way through this one. Next one we're going to is a lunge with a rotation. So the rotational lunge could actually go 2 different directions, but for now we're just going to focus on one direction. As you lunge out, you're going to come towards the leg that is out, it's completely out. The back hip flexors, so the leg that's down towards the floor, should be the one that's actually completely stretching. His posture's up, nice and tall, switching through. His obliques are warming up, his back, his spine, everything. He's going all the way through every single movement. Another one, last one, we're going to keep it nice and basic for this one. This is called an inchworm. We'd actually take this inchworm and walk out completely about, I'd say average between 10 and 15 yards. All he's doing, going into a full push-up position. He's going to walk back up, keeping those knees as locked as possible, right back up, reaches the sky, back again. So this one, imagine yourself just like a worm crawling through. We got it just like that. This is Greg Johnson, partner Felix Gonzalez, as he's nice and warm. And this is GN2 Fit Corner. Thanks.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for our show today. Remember, you can catch us on Comcast Channel 93, AT&T Channel 99. And as always, if there's anyone we should be covering, please let us know. You can email us at info@CentralValleySportsReport.com. Guys, what school are we from? How are we doing today? Wow, Central Valley.